Huh. Press start to any time during the game to save your data. I wonder about that. Olá pessoal, daqui é Silver Demix e nós no último episódio, bem, encontramos tudo aquilo que podíamos encontrar que nos possa ajudar neste caso e neste episódio finalmente nós vamos, bem, defender a nossa querida amiga Maia. Portanto, vamos lá a isso. Sim, eu não consigo salvar. September 7, 10 da manhã, District Court, Courtroom número 1. Número 1! Haha! Subimos um escalão. Acho que não podemos subir mais que isto, mas. Ok, vamos lá embora. The court is now in session for trial of Mrs. Maya Fay. Oh, é este gajo! É o outro tipo que aparece em todos os jogos e que é o rival do nosso personagem principal. The prosecutor is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Major Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Que voz é que lhe vou dar? Thank you, Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. Eu não consigo dar-lhe voz. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in the charge of homicides down at the precinct. Sir! Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Damn it. LOL. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of the death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. A voz é exatamente igual, mas... The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue? Yeah, considerando tudo é um relógio. Floor plans added to the court record. Oh, mas bom! Now, detective. Yes, sir! You immediately arrested Mrs. Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir! I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Vamos lá então a isto. Agora é que as coisas começam mesmo a ficar sérias. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Mrs. Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin to your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey! Maya just threw something at me. What is this? When my sister couldn't find any credentials in the witness testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Oh meu Deus! Mais! Mais as nhocas! Não bastava aquelas que já sabíamos? The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I would like to begin my cross-examination. Vamos lá isto. As soon as the name called, I rushed in the scene. There were two people there already. The Phantom Masai and the Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Mr. Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Mrs. Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. I think we're in there. Mas I press on anything suspicious. Ok, vamos lá então fazer isto como deve ser. As soon as the phone called, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. Eu e a Maya. Ok. Eu imediatamente aprendi a senhora Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw... Mr. Fay... Hold it! Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Hello! Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal! Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Oh, come on! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clear in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Como é que podes provar isso? How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence. Ok, é impossível usar isso como prova. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. O que eu acho piada é que, tipo, é que ao contrário do outro tipo que era bem, a outra testemunha que era um palhaço e inventava desculpas, este tipo não, este tipo é mesmo um idiota! Try to be more careful! Very well, the defense may begin this cross-examination. Ok, isto é simples, hard evidence, tipo, é impossível... Ok, vamos lá embora. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of his hand next to the victims. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was a blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Vamos lá precisar acerca disto, não é? Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim usually writes the killer's name? Sure! It happens all the time in books and movies! This isn't a movie, Detective. Oh! Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop it right there. O que tu queres? Eu adoro este tipo. Eu lamento, eu sei que ele é uma da fita, mas... The witness opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of the killer. Como é que tu podes provar isso? Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right! What he said! Before she died, the victim wrote down the killer's name. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Vamos ver o que é que a gente tem. Deixa lá ver. Reports. Time of the death. Death was instantaneous. Also conversation between the chef to make the attention back to the lesson. The broken remains stand. Broken beyond all recognition. The murder weapon actually looks like a claw by Mario Larry Butts. Found in my SA office, a trap with recipes and letters written in blood of the back. Murder scene of the touch checkout buttons for. Isto é um pouco lixado, já estou a ver que sim. Portanto, foi isto que aconteceu. Mas tipo, não estou a ver. Ok, não, espera aí. Vamos continuar a ouvir. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Mia's autopsy. Time of death. Eu acho que a gente pode apresentar isto com prova. Objeção. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want to clarify from you here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. Pois claro, ela morreu imediatamente, ela não podia ter escrito isso. She died immediately. No but thing. Oh, voila! Right! No but thing your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defendant has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Objection. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day of the murder, day after murder. The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution points being... Eu não vou mentir, portanto. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. O quê? What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday. At my request, death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received the results this morning. Yes! Filho da mãe! No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write down Maya. This is all. Oh, I see! Damn you, Edgeworth! Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something like that up your sleeve. Why, Miss Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a shame, Edgeworth. Detective's a shame. O que é que eu podia? Eu não quero responder nenhuma destas! Detective's a shame. Sei lá. I heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain your personal attacks on persecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood, the court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court records. Okay. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim wasn't identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Nah, isto não pode ter acabado. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call it its next witness. The poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Eu contra esta tenho algo que posso fazer, portanto, yeah. Let the witness, Miss April, may take the stance. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh God. Witness, your name please. April May. At your service. Wink wink. Oh God. Order! Any introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wooden winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from Fay and Cole offices. That's right, big boy. Let's testify to the court about what you saw. Vá lá, esta tem de me ajudar aqui em alguma coisa. It was like 9 p.m. at night. I look out the window, you know. And when, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sticking in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl, she caught up to her and she hit her! When the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Odeio esta cabra! Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble with the witness any. But wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? Oh, I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it! I'll regret to proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to know... she has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Ok, vamos lá a isto então. I was like 9 p.m. at night. I look out the window, you know. And then, I saw. Long hair print. 9 horas. 9 horas. Conversation. Eu posso utilizar isto como testemunha, mas primeiro quero ver outras coisas que tenha para aqui. Last recognition, schedule butts, found in Mesotai, the word murder scene. Ok. Só o homem attacked. Já sei como é que vou utilizar isto, vou utilizar a chamada do telemóvel. Present. Touch the square. Objeção! Uau, isto é mesmo mau. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts the, I thought... You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. Oh, então! I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Então, vá lá, eu tenho um bocadinho de telemóvel que prova as... And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl fence chair. Then a woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But then the girl, she caught up her and she hit her. That's it. Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's gotta be something here in somewhere. Maybe I'd better just press on her facts a bit. Okay, And then I saw... Bem, vamos fazer pouco de pressão acerca disto. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the fence chair. Bem, vamos pressionar bocadinho. How do you know she was a defense? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question... Hold on a minute! The testimony... Huh? No! No, it is! No! Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. I saw nothing. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defense? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean... Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, we would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physics. Oh meu Deus, eu acertei! Eek! No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. Portanto, cheguei lá sem ter a certeza, mas cheguei lá. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions that neither of those things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar! Are you trying to say What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw it. I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise, wink. Odeio esta cabra. We'll do testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Ok, vamos lá então, outra vez. Isto cada vez é mais complicado e eu estou a começar a ficar sem pistas. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. When the girl in the hypercont ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon, I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue clock, the finger, I think. Well, does the courtesy of my report not startle you? Tihihi! Houve uma coisa que ela não explicou. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Ok. Eu acho que sei esta. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Its broken remains of glass light stand, broken beyond our recognition. Its broken remains of a glass. Eu vou utilizar isto, mas não tenho a certeza. Objeção. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Hmm? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. So, meu Deus, think before you make accusation, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Oh, meu Deus, vá lá. The victim dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then a girl in the hippie clothes ran after her and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, kind of statuine clock, the thinker, I think. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words? Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. I did it, say everything. The victim, the first one, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock thing. I think. Bem, é assim, ela parece estar pouco na defensiva, mas a clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, I don't look so sour, Miss Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock, kind of statue, the thinker, I think. I want to say. Time to prison squares the truth out of her figuratively. Eu estou pouco perdido, eu não tenho bem a certeza disto. É melhor fazer um save state para o caso. Eu podia salvar, mas visto não consigo. Vou só fazer aqui save state, um instantinho. Porque eu não quero perder assim um jogo, não é? Portanto, I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged of the first lying off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Vamos pressionar aqui. Bolas. Isto está-me a correr muito mal. Is that right as in your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right! I saw it was my right. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. After her and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Ok, temos mesmo de coisa. Where did you see a similar weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. That sort of weapon, was it? Portanto, tenho de apresentar alguma prova, mas não estou a ver. Fort plans, a murder check. The desk? Não. Station broken beyond our recognition. The thinker. Será que é isto? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Ok, cheguei a algum lado. Oh, you revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Naughty, Mr. Tangy? You just said this statue of the was a clock, but there's no way of knowing one just by looking at it. Eek! Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Eu chego lá, não sei como, eu gostava de saber, sou eu que sou um gênio, mas pronto. Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know that this was a clock? Objeção! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with the tribal concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw on your question, Mr. Wright. Objeção! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I have caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was the clock? What? What? That's, because I heard it. Yes, I heard it. I saw the time. So, you've been to the office of a CEO? No! Hey, I didn't say that! Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room. The law office of Faco, where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. Huh? I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. Não podia ter tocado, porquê? She couldn't have heard it. Porquê é que aquilo não poderia tocar? Pensa. Aquilo só toca. It couldn't have rung. Vou arriscar. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the room clock in question rang. Its sapien is broken. The batteries are dead. It's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. It's broken. The batteries are dead. It's empty, it's broken. Batteries are dead. Não tenho bem certeza. The batteries on that clock must be dead! Must be, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, if you would inspect the clock... very well. Oh! Well, Your Honor, are they? This clock has problems than batteries. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Uf! Era a primeira, mas eu acertei. Não interessa. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It's, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow. He knew! I'm afraid you forgot one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then therefore there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? Ho! Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I will show you the proof that you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clock was removed is... clock was removed is... That one blunt conversation is the evidence broken by dramatic recognition. The clock errors have been removed. Performance a teletraptive impairment. Eu acho que só pode ser o telefone. Portanto, vou apresentar o telefone. Take that! Take a look at this! What a very cute self! Oh, voila! Oh! You have a girly phone! Wait! This isn't my phone. Listen, this is a defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order, I say! The defense cell phone... The defense cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon! My heart goes to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. So you just wanted me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It is not working? That's lame. I had it to work, the clock was out. Sorry. September, no, it's okay. Beep. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had it seen before. That'll make sense. Does the defense have any objection, Mr. Wright? Claro. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. The broken remains of recognition. Clock in the form of statue of clock rears have been removed by buzzer. Found evidence. However, that's proved. Not seen the clock before. Evidence Myers. Qual é que é a prova? Mia's autopsy. Died from a blow blunt home and lived for a few minutes after hitting it. Had a conversation between the chief and Maya. A clock in the game of a statue. The clock gears have been butts removed. Made my Larry Butts. Não estou a ver! O que é? Found Mrs. May Hotel Office. Eu não posso utilizar isto como prova. Please produce evidence that will prove that the witness had not seen the clock before. Might the furnace store, the present lord of murder. Eu não sei o que é que vou fazer. Report to see from the died from a foot by a phantom and lived for a few minutes before it hit. O que é que pode ser? O que é que pode ser? O que é que poderia provar que ela nunca teria visto aquilo antes? Qual é que foi a coisa que ela entregou que prova que ela nunca podia ter visto isto antes? Cell phone touched. Cross the finger. Eu vou apresentar isto, mas não tenho a certeza. Aliás, eu vou mesmo salvar para caso aconteça alguma desgraça. Não é barato. Eu posso salvar em qualquer altura, por tudo aquilo que eu sei. Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever! What? A friend of mine made the clock. Oh, pois é isso! Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here in the police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores! Miss Maya, I think it's high time you went to shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse not on sale today? Estou a ter um ataque de pânico e agora estou a passar! E agora tenho os olhos muito abertos! E agora estou a passar da cabeça! What's it to you, porcupine head? Porcupine cat? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it! And she should die for it! Die! É exatamente a mesma conversa com outro tipo! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves! This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. silly me? Did I, lose it? Oh, I guess I did it. Wink. Scary. Miss Mai, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of this matter. Miss April, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Healthy. You heard about it. The witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show it to you the proof. Lag. Well, interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. É claro, é isto. Take that! Have a look at this. Yeah! Oh! That! I found this in Mrs. May's office. Room. Pronto. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss May's cell phone, were you not? No! Objeção! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness has in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? It never said that. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Or there's something I want to do or against me. Então é isto, obviamente. É o telemóvel. Vejam o recording outra vez. I present the defense cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listening once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Ta-da. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want to hold on to for a long time. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It may look like it's a statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. E é mais que suficiente. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Hey! Objeção. Outra vez. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness' face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk me like that? You lawyer! Oh, como se fosse uma grande ofensa. It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. And is that it? Is that it? Wah! That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Why that wire trap? You didn't you? Why the wire trap? Why did you tap her phone? Eu sei que não foi ela, por isso. Answer the question. Did I have to? Do I have to? Isn't it a murder trial? Isn't it trippy tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Jethro wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Epá, porra, nem português. While this court does not condone the defense tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you taped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw the evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 a.m. and 9. Well, that's just when I was getting the room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Ice cold coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quickly, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Ice coffee? Eu não estou a perceber. You think I'm making this up? As the bellboy, wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Oh meu Deus, a sério. So, where does that leave us? It was my greatest pleasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been taping the victim's cell phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Mrs. Fey up to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as well and consider some first fire. Oh meu Deus. Vou continuar a examiná-la. Right. On with the examination. Ah, bolas, não devia ter feito. Mr. Wright, Miss April has admitted to the railroad trap, yes. That bears no relevance to the case on her end. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end. But I'm not over the evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any other witness to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means... Oh, Maya's guilty? Wait! Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Graças a Deus que ele chamou por mim. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy and Mr. April May tell by proven to be solid, then, by default, your client, Mr. May, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my contention? Edgeworth. It's got me blocked into a corner, but I don't see any other way to take this. I accept! Também não é que eu tivesse escolha por isso. Very well. Then the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.